Health Insurance Scheme in accordance with the NHI Act number 2 of 2018. In this regard, all self-employed citizens are required to self-register, while all employers must register their employees within 30 days of employment and thereafter make the prescribed contributions. Remember, registration and contribution to the National Health Insurance is mandatory by law. Be compliant, pay on time to avoid prosecution without further notice. National Health Insurance, no one behind.
Wow, that over there is a very nice Ford. Have you seen it?
Of course. I have been looking at it since we got here. My worry is how people manage vehicles and where they buy genuine parts from.
I'm sure there's nowhere else apart from Shuma Auto Parts. They are the only supplier of genuine Ford and Mazda parts, which comes straight from the manufacturer. They have everything in stock for both latest and ordinary Mazda and Ford. They also stock service parts such as diesel filters, aircon filters, diesel pumps, steering pumps, turbochargers, engine overhaul gaskets, suspension parts, and body parts. If they don't have parts you're looking for, they can order within 5 to 10 working days. To top it up, Shuma Auto Parts also supply Maxxis tires and CST tires.
Really? But where are they found?
They are found on Chandram Sonda Road, Cruiser Auto Workshop in Lusaka. Call on 0979 192057 and 0960 747235. Email shumaautoparts@gmail.com. Shuma Auto Parts for all your genuine vehicle parts.
The Happy World of 5FM Radio, your adult contemporary radio station in Zambia, connecting you to the newsmakers and events that make news in the global village.
Good evening. This is the 5FM main news. The headlines. 28% of the old health facilities installed with running water and waterborne toilets. Itejiteji MP calls on the government to urgently repair the Namwala Itejiteji pontoon. Liberia's President Joseph Boakai to set up a first war crimes court. This news bulletin is also streaming live on the 5FM Facebook page and YouTube channel, 5FM Radio Zambia. With the details, I'm Herbert Mutabi. Health Minister Sylvia Masebo has revealed that 100% of the health facilities constructed since 2022 have boreholes and water reticulated to provide running water and flushing toilets. The minister has further revealed that 28%, representing 709 out of 2,587 of the old health facilities that did not have running water now have running water and waterborne toilets. The minister says that this is for both staff and patients, adding that government is working on making sure all the health facilities get connected to running water through the ministries of health, water development and sanitation, as well as local government and rural development. She said this during the commemoration of the World Hand Hygiene Day in healthcare facilities under the theme Unite for Safety, Clean Your Hands. The minister further said the government has observed that IPC compliance through hand hygiene has increased from 45% to 55% between 2020 and 2023, particularly during the COVID-19 pandemic.
Cleaning procedure, clean your hands. 3, after body fluid exposure, wash your hands. After touching a patient, again, wash your hands. After touching patient surroundings, again, wash your hands. Very important. Hand hygiene in general, and not just in healthcare settings, is very important.
The fatal accident that occurred in Serenge yesterday, May 2nd, 2024, involving a fuel tanker and a haulaway truck has resulted in a devastating loss of 7 lives. Police Public Relations Officer Ray Hamonga says of the latest update, the death toll has risen to 7 individuals. Mr. Hamonga says among those involved in the accident, the only individual still battling for their life is the Dangote driver, who is currently receiving medical care at Serenge District Hospital. He says that the police are actively investigating the circumstances surrounding the accident to determine the cause and prevent such tragedies from occurring in the future. Mr. Hamonga says that the police is committed to ensuring road safety and enforcing measures to prevent accidents on roads. He has urged all road users to exercise caution, adhere to traffic regulations, and prioritize safety at all times.
The death toll has risen to 7 individuals among those involved in the accident. The only individual still battling for their life is the Dangote driver, who is currently receiving medical care at Serenge District Hospital. We extend our heartfelt condolences to the families and loved ones of the victims who lost their lives in this unfortunate incident. Our thoughts and prayers are with them during this difficult time. The police are actively investigating the circumstances surrounding the accident to determine the cause and prevent such tragedies from occurring in the future. We are committed to ensuring road safety and enforcing measures to prevent accidents on our roads.
As the world commemorates World Press Freedom Day, the Media Owners Association of Zambia has commended the journalists, broadcasters, media practitioners, and the general workers in the media industry on the occasion of World Press Freedom Day. Association President Costa Monsa says that despite the numerous challenges and obstacles the media practitioners face, including threats to safety, legal constraints, and economic pressure, they have remained steadfast in their commitment to serving the public interest and defending press freedom. Mr. Mwansa says that the courage, professionalism, and unwavering commitment to journalistic integrity inspires everyone and reminds of the importance of a free and independent media in the society. He has further noted with concern the major challenges confronting the media industry, which is lack of government advertising support. He says that despite the critical role that the media plays in disseminating information to the public, many media houses struggle to secure advertising revenue from government agencies.
Despite these numerous challenges and obstacles we face, including threats to our safety as journalists, legal constraints, economic pressures, we remain steadfast in our commitment to serving the public interest and defending of press freedom. Your courage as professionals and an unwavering commitment to journalistic integrity inspires us all and reminds us of the importance of a free and independent media that our society dearly needs. As members of the Media Owners Association of Zambia, we stand in solidarity with you and pledge our continued support for your important work.
Iteji Member of Parliament Twambo Mutinta has called on the Ministry of Transport and Logistics to urgently repair the Namwala Iteji pontoon before a terrible accident is recorded on the Kafue River. The Member of Parliament disclosed that the Namwala Iteji pontoon, which is now under the management of Namwala Council, is a health hazard and it is posing a serious risk to the community members to Namwala and the rest of the southern province and vice versa across the Kafue River. Mr. Mutinta has stated that the Namwala local authority has been engaging The ministries are responsible for over a year now, and very little attention has been given to repair the pontoon. The Iteji lawmaker disclosed that the pontoon has been in a bad state for a long time, and at the moment, the floaters are damaged and that the pontoon is leaking, posing a serious risk to travelers. The parliamentarian disclosed that over 5,000 Iteji residents on a weekly basis use the pontoon to cross into Namwala district and cross to Choma, the provincial capital. United Party for National Development, UPND Secretary General Batuke Imenda says that the party's triumphant victory in the just ended by-elections across the country clearly signifies the strength of the UPND against the opposition parties. The Secretary General boasts that the results are an indication of the current thinking of Zambians and their hope for the future. Mr. Imenda has thanked the party's winning councillors and structures for working tirelessly, as well as government for delivering development under difficult conditions that the Zambians appreciate. He says under the leadership of President Hakainde Hichilema, government will ably tackle the hardships, which he says are PF-made and some are natural causes. Mr. Imenda has stated that the ruling party will not be deterred by the opposition, but has encouraged them to continue exercising their democratic right as government takes the opportunity to work for the Zambian people. In other news trending this evening, The United Nations Development Programme, UNDP, has observed a steady progress in Zambia's efforts towards the attainment of sustainable development goals, especially on upholding of the rule of law. As the world commemorates World Press Freedom Day today, the Free Press Initiative, FBI, has emphasized the need for the government to prioritize journalists' safety by implementing measures to shield them from harassment and violence as they fulfill their responsibilities. Up next, business news.
5FM Radio Business News. We mean business. Keep you current in commerce, trade, and industry, local and global. It's our business to keep you informed about business.
Access Bank Zambia Limited has announced that it has made a significant progress in its combination with African Banking Corporation Zambia Limited, trading as Atlas Mara Zambia, following the completion of its acquisition earlier this year. The measure, which is legally complete, effective 30th April 2024, will position Access Bank as a top 5 bank in Zambia by revenue, with ambitions to be in the top 3 by 2027. All rights and obligations of Atlas Mara have now been assumed by Access Bank. Commenting on the progress amid, Access Bank Zambia Chief Executive Officer Lishala Stumbeko said the teams in both institutions have been working hard to achieve the changes seamlessly, adding that while the legal combination has been achieved, cards, checkbooks, and digital platforms for both banks will remain accessible for at least a year. And Atlas Mara's acting managing director, Bobline Chembela, said the close to 1,000 staff of the combined entity, Access Bank, has the relevant combination of skills to be able to take it to the next phase. The market ends business news.
5FM Radio Business News. We mean business. Keep current in commerce, trade, and industry, local and global. It's our business to keep you informed about business.
In foreign news, Liberian President Joseph Boakai has signed an executive order to establish the country's first war crimes court, more than 20 years after the end of two civil wars, which killed 250,000 people. Mr. Bokai said Liberia had endured downpours of agony. The 1989 to 2003 conflicts saw atrocities, mass killings, rape, and the forced recruitment of child soldiers. Critics in Liberia have opposed the creation of the court, saying it risks reopening old wounds. Here's a roundup from the BBC.
Senior UN official has told the BBC the situation in and around the Sudanese city of Al-Fashir in North Darfur is catastrophic as fighting escalates in the year-long civil war between the army and the Rapid Support Forces. Al-Fashir is the last city in the Darfur region still under army control. South Korea has raised the terrorism threat level at its embassies in Laos, Cambodia, and as well as China and Russia, because it fears attacks on its diplomats by North Korea. The South Korean intelligence service told the BBC that Pyongyang blames Seoul for the significant number of North Korean diplomats stationed overseas who had defected over the past year. Myanmar's military government has banned men from leaving the country to work abroad. Comes 3 months after the junta enforced military conscription on all males between 18 and 35 years old.
In sports news, Manchester City duo Phil Foden and Khadija Shaw have been named the Footballers of the Year by the Football Writers Association. Foden, 23, has scored 24 goals and provided 10 assists. 50 appeared 42% of the vote for the men's award, beat Declan Rice in second and City teammate Rodri in third. Arsenal captain Martin Odegaard, Aston Villa striker Ollie Watkins, and Chelsea forward Cole Palmer made up the rest of the evening weather update, brought to you by Classic On. Stay tuned.
Class Econ Roofing Africa.
Class Econ Roofing, plot 17100 off Katanga Road, 150 meters from Mumbwa Road, Chinika Industrial Area, Lusaka. Class Econ Roofing. Class plus economy.
Class Econ. Class Econ Roofing Africa. Class Econ.
Luapula, Northern and Muchinga provinces are partly cloudy, slightly windy and warm to hot. The evening will be windy at times and mild with few clouds. Copperbelt, northwestern, western, southern, central, Lusaka, and eastern provinces, the evening will be mainly clear, windy at times and mild. Ends the evening weather report.
Econ. Class Econ Roofing Africa.
Class Econ Roofing, plot 17100 off Katanga Road, 150 meters from Mumbwa Road, Chinika Industrial Area, Lusaka. Class Econ Roofing. Class plus economy.
Class Econ. Class Econ Roofing Africa. Class Econ.
That item brings us to the end of the news, but before we go, a recap of the top stories. %28 of the older health facilities are running water and waterborne toilets. Iteji MP calls on the government to urgently repair the Namwala Iteji pontoon. Liberia's President Joseph Boakai to set up first war crimes. I'll read the foreign headline again. Liberia's President Joseph Boakai to set up First War Crimes Inquiries Commission. For more news, follow us on our Facebook, 5FM Radio Zambia. On behalf of the entire news crew and the technical department, thank you for listening to the Happy World of 5FM. Stay safe and stay tuned to 5FM Radio. I'm Hebet Mutavi.